Good morning, friends of Sudoku. Welcome to July 4th, 2023, and happy celebrations for those of you. I know there are quite a few out there who are going to celebrate today. We are looking at the New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle, and let's just get right to it. I can see that the 5, 8, and the 9 block this square. Therefore, these squares here must be 5, 8, and 9. We have a 5 and a 9 blocking this square here. Therefore, the 8 goes to this square here. This 8 blocks down. This 8 blocks over. Here's another 8. These are 5 9s. Therefore, this can only be a 4. We have a 9 blocking up here and across here, so a 9 goes in this square. Now we have 9s down here somewhere. 4 must go here or here. 5 here or here. So 5 and 9 here. Let's see. Oh, we can place a 2 here, of course, because we got a 2 blocking across and up. So here's a 2. That 2 blocks up here. This 2 blocks across here. So here's a 2. Now we have a 3, 5, and a 6 in these squares here. And I'm not sure I can do much with that information yet. The 9 blocks down, so one of these is a 9. We also need a 4 and a 5 for these squares here. 7. We have a 7 blocking this square. We have a 7 blocking this square. We have a 7 blocking this square. So here's 7. Across here, we are looking for a 2, 3, and a 1. The 1 blocks these 2 squares. Therefore, this must be a 1. And these 2 now must be a 2 and a 3. And can we do anything with that? I'm not, well, we know that one of these is an 8 now. We also need a 9, which goes here, and a 6 and a 4. Not quite sure I can do much with that yet. Should probably look elsewhere. Well, we have a 1 here or here, don't we? Because of this 1 blocking up and this 1 blocking across. And I think I know which one is going to be, because we have this 1 blocking across, we have this 1 blocking down. So one of these squares is a 1 blocking over. This 1 blocks over. This 1 blocks down. This 1 blocks up. So here's a 1. Now we have a 6 here or here. Remember 5, 9 here. Therefore, a 4, 6, and a 7 for these remaining squares. And the 7 blocks up, so 7 definitely must go here or here. So this is a 4, 7, this is a 4, 6. By the way, we still have roofers working today. So if you hear a little background noise from their gas blowers, I hope that doesn't distract you too much from the puzzle. I'm trying not to get distracted myself because they're walking back and forth here. And I think they're wearing heavy boots. 3, 4, 5, 6 down here. 6, so that's all I know. And a 3 up here. 3, 4, 7 across here. So, and we are grinding to an abrupt halt here. Where's the next digit coming from? I think this must be a 3, because we know that these are 2s and 3s, and therefore this can't be a 3. This 3 blocks here. This 3 blocks here, right? So this must be a 3. We need a 4, 7, 9 now for these squares. This is 7 blocks here. This 7 blocks here. So it follows that a 7 must go in this square. Now this 7 blocks across. And we got 2 7s blocking up and down. So a 7 must go in this square here. Now this is 7 blocks across. And this 7 blocks across. This 7 blocks up. So here's a 7. Now these must be a 4 and a 6. And therefore we have 6s here or here. These must be a 4 and a 9. Strangely enough, I don't really know how to solve that yet. 1, 3, 4, 9 here. There's a 1 and a 3 blocking here. There's a 1 and a 3 blocking here. So these two squares must be a 1 and a 3, and these two must be a 4 and a 9. And since this 9 blocks here, we know that this is a 4, and this, therefore, a 9. This 9 blocks here, therefore this is a 4, and this is a 9. So what else is happening here? This cannot be a 4 anymore, therefore it must be a 3. And the honor of being a 4 goes to this square here. And that gives us a 4 up here and down here. This 4 blocks down, this 4 blocks down, and this 4 blocks across. So here's a 4. Now we have 4s in these two squares. We also 9. And the last one was, I believe, a 5. 9, 4, 4. Still not quite there. But I feel that we are getting very close to solving this puzzle. One simple thing that I could do is figuring out what goes here. It looks to be a 3. And that gives me a 3 for this square here. And these must be now a 6 and an 8. The 8 blocks this square, therefore this is a 6, and this is an 8. These two must be a 5 and a 3 now. The 3 blocks up, so here's a 5, here's a 3. 5 now blocks down, so here's a 5. 4 blocks over, so here's a 9, and here's a 4. Now we got 9s here or here. 2 and 3 here still, therefore this can only be a 6. This must be a 1. We have a 1 now blocking across here and down here, so here's a 1. Here we're looking for a 9, and this 9 blocks here, therefore the 9 must go here, and that gives us a 6 here. The 6 blocks up here, and we had, I think, a 6 down here somewhere blocking across, so here's a 6. And now we need a 1 for one of these squares here. This 1 blocks across, this 1 blocks down, so here is a 1. An 8 and a 5 now here. We also can have a 5, 9 here. So a 5, 9 and an 8 across here. 2, 5, 8 here. So we got 2 here or here. We got 8 down here. 5. Still nothing. 5 seems to be the problem child of this puzzle. But we do have a triangle here of a 3, 8, and a 9. The 8 here and the 9 here blocks this square, which therefore is a 3. And that gives us a 3 up here and a 2 here. These two squares can only be an 8 and a 9 now. And therefore these must be a 6 and a 2. The 6 blocks this square, which becomes a 2, and this is a 6 now. This now must be a 2, and I think this must be an 8, yes. And that resolves the 8 and the 5 issue we had over here. This is now the 5, and this is now the 9, giving me a 9 here and an 8 here. Here we were looking for, I believe, a 5 and a 4 and a 6. The 4 blocks up here, so here's a 6, here's a 4. This square also is easy, it's a 5, giving me a 5 for this square, and this must be a 7. Quite a sweet little puzzle today. Not exceedingly difficult, I think that you will agree, but nice nevertheless. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.